What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Avatar game that was, formally announced. We already knew it was real. They've talked about it before. In reality, they just showed it for the first time, obviously, at Ubisoft Forward. I want to talk about kind of my impressions of it in this video, okay? On the second channel today, we're more than likely going to talk about the games that were not there, some of the bigger misses like Splinter Cell, Skull and Bones, stuff like that, okay? So you'll want to be subscribed here, bell icon, turn on, that good stuff. The second channel, the link's in the description below as well, okay? So there's going to be a lot of videos today, tomorrow, next couple days about E3, all right? But I thought this would be a good thing to put on this channel because in reality, look, it wasn't a good show. I'm not going to say it was a good show, okay? This was the one game that, at least to my knowledge, was not leaked before the show happened, right? We knew to expect Mario Rabbids, Riders Republic, we could predict, Far Cry, I predicted, Just Dance, everybody predicted, right? We knew to expect those things, but this game at least was surprising. Now, I thought it was Star Wars at first. We co-streamed it, we live-streamed it on the channel. You guys can watch that back for kind of my live reaction to it, basically, right? And it is pretty bad. Maybe I shouldn't have said it that harsh. I didn't. There's kind of no editing here, right? I didn't love it. I wouldn't say it was the worst thing in the world, but the first half definitely looked more like a VR simulation thing, which you could say, and granted, isn't necessarily a bad thing. What I do want to say early, though, maybe for context, because maybe people really liked it, and honestly, I have nothing against you. If you didn't like, or if you did like it, awesome. If you didn't like it, awesome as well. Okay, I truly, again, like I'm not gonna. There's no discrimination or anything like that. But one thing I should say is I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. I thought it was like decent. Obviously technologically it was incredible for the time, but in terms of its, I don't know, like, did it deserve as much money as it made? No. Was it all that good? No. Do I want like 11 sequels or however many? No. You know what I mean? So those are kind of things I guess to keep in mind. So I am in the it's overrated group. I truly believe that about the franchise. And I do think that influences how I thought about the game. I just got to be honest. You know what I mean? I do try to look at all games kind of, like I've said it before, I give all games a chance. I'm more than willing to accept games, even if they're not necessarily like my cup of tea. But I do want to make it clear, like, that kind of, I guess, gets in my mind with this game, where it's like, oh, overrated franchise gets this game, and it's been in the works for, like, they announced this game like 5-6 years ago, and now here we finally get to see it, and it comes out next year. So granted, they did show quite a bit. Like, it was a long trailer, definitely had gameplay mixed in. Kind of hard to tell which parts of it were what you could imagine would be like cutscenes or gameplay, or maybe there was all one or the other, right? But there was definitely some things, I think, that looked like gameplay. Again, I'm not really saying either that a VR thing is a bad idea. I actually think the VR thing kind of looked cool. Like, it's a beautiful, engrossing world. There's nothing, you can't really take that away from the franchise, okay? So, if the game has some sprinkled in action elements, but again, like, it's Ubisoft we're talking about here, so how will fighting work? You know what I mean? And that's, I guess it's kind of hard to judge the game on it right now because, it may come out next fall, so we're looking at like another year and a quarter away, right? So it's a long way away. We don't have like, okay, here's the HUD, here's what it looks like, here's a mission that you'll be playing in the game. None of that was there, so it is hard to fully, bag on it. Or I would say even too, like the other side of it, it would be hard to like really give it like all of this praise too, because we just don't really know too much about it. I would say my overall first thoughts are cool in that it was a surprise that wasn't leaked and we weren't really expecting, and cool that it got a release year. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed, but kind of, I gotta be honest, right? I would say, in my opinion, just mine, and I normally am actually pretty nice to games, I would say underwhelming. It was pretty underwhelming. I wasn't even expecting much from this game when it actually was shown, and when we did see it. So I mean, to be flat out honest with you, if you told me yesterday, hey Alex, they're showing Avatar, what would you want to see? I wouldn't even have an answer. So you could call me a lot of different bad words, okay, for that kind of approach to it, because in reality, yeah, I don't really have a pitch for how I would have wanted, at least on the top of my head. Maybe if I thought about it a little bit, but if you asked me like point blank, what would you want from it? I wouldn't really have, I would say, well, you didn't really need to make it. That would be kind of my answer. So now that the game is coming, you know, was it insanely bad what they showed? No, it definitely caught my interest. There's obviously some elements of exploration. There is, you know, when like there was those tentacle things, there's obviously a sense of like connection with the world. Also, again, like the exploration stuff could be pretty cool. There's obviously different characters in the game. That could be cool. And then there's the basically running away. There was a lot of running away in it. And then there was kind of fighting back. So, you know, it's got, I would say, to end this video, okay, it's got a wide range of what could happen. It could be, I'm very much underselling it, and the game could come out, and it could be, like, amazing. I could be like, oh, I flat out didn't expect or even think that you could do this or you would do this in the game, okay? Could totally be that. Or it comes out and it's just, like, really, really bad, okay? I mean, obviously there's a lot of in-between as well, but I think there's a lot of ways this can swing. I think this could be a really good game. It could also be a really bad game, and anywhere in between. This isn't one of those, you know how I say games are safe? Like Ratchet & Clank was a safe game. Crash 4 was a safe game. What I mean by that is it's probably going to be really good, and it's going to be, like, in that area. Like, the odds of it being maybe the greatest thing of planet Earth are not high, but the odds of it being bad or even average are also not high, okay? That's what I consider. I'm not saying, like, it's safe, just, like, that's a bad thing, right? That's kind of what I look at it. This Ubisoft original Avatar game, okay? I would not call it a safe game because it could be really good, it could be really bad. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what'd you think? Were you expecting it? Did you like it? Did you? Again, I have nothing. If you want to dislike the video, if you want to say you're an idiot for thinking it's overrated, go ahead. It would be a little mean, but go ahead. No, honestly, if you liked it, that's awesome, and I'm really happy for you. I truly, truly am. I didn't hate it. I thought it was, like, okay, but probably not, like, and it's not anything that caught me, like I was like, oh my dear God, like, this is absolutely incredible. Nothing like that. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. Again, there'll be more videos. I want to have one on my second channel about the show, and then we'll do another video here, but probably not on Ubisoft. And then tomorrow, live streams, videos on Microsoft, on Square Enix, all that kind of stuff. Loads of stuff coming, and I hope to see you guys there.